and donuts to the firemen, and the herdmen ate them all. And what they couldn't eat, they stuffed in their pockets and on the front of their shirt.
And they wrote this really, really dirty word on the back of Naomi Waddle's favorite turtle. And now she can't take us to the YMCA pet show. Her mother won't let her.
What was the word?
And that's not all. They wrote it with fluorescent paint so it glows in the dark. When you can't even see the turtle, you can still see the word.
And they put a whole bunch of tadpoles in this full drinking fountain. And Miss Barnes swallowed 2 or 3 by mistake. Someone yelled, "Mildred, stop! You're drinking tadpoles." But it was too late.
Did she get sick?
Not right away. And that's not all. Now I'm going to tell you about the Christmas pageant and what they did to them. There were 6 of them. Ralph, Eugene, Leroy, Claudia, Ollie, and Gladys. And they went through the wardrobe wheels in school, like those South American fish that strip your bones clean. They went around town the same way, stealing things and tearing things up and robbing kids. So it was hard to get away from them. There was only one safe place.
Sweet hour of prayer, sweet hour of prayer, because there are no herdmen there. But Jesus loves us, as they say, because he keeps them miles away.
That's my little brother Charlie. That's what he said when the Sunday school teacher asked him what his favorite thing about church was. No herdmen. And that made the teacher mad, because all the other kids said nice things about God and Jesus and good feelings. But old Charlie told the real truth. No herdmen.
That the herdmen aren't there, ever.
That is not a very Christian sentiment, it seems to me.
It's a very practical sentiment. Charlie was black and blue all last year because he had to sit next to Leroy Herdman in school.
Is he the worst one, Leroy?
They're all the worst one. Well, Ralph's the biggest, so Ralph gets used to it.
That doesn't make any difference. Gladys isn't big, but she's fast and she's mean and she fights.
I'm sorry I asked. Just stay away from all of them.
That's what I said. Stay away from them. Go to church.
I'm glad to hear you feel that way.
Why?
No arguments this year about the Christmas pageant.
I don't want to be a shepherd again.
Well, tell Mrs. Armstrong you want to be a wise man.
I don't want to be in it.
Everyone's in it. Think how I'd feel sitting there Christmas Eve if my own children weren't in the Christmas pageant. Think how your father would feel. You'd feel terrible, wouldn't you, Bob?
Well,
wouldn't you, Bob?
Actually, I didn't plan to go. You know how crowded it always is. They can use my place. I think I'll just stay home, slip on my bathrobe, and relax. There's never anything different at the Christmas pageant.
There's going to be something different this year.
What?
Charlie's going to be wearing your bathrobe.
Oh, Grace, you just thought that up.
Why didn't you be Joseph? Elmer Hopkins paid $1 to be Joseph. Elmer Hopkins is sick of being Joseph all the time just because his father's the minister. Nobody wants to be Joseph.
Nobody wants to be in it.
What are you going to be this year, Beth?
I'm always in the angel choir.
Why can't Charlie be in the angel choir?
Because I can't sing.
Well, from what I have heard in the past, that's not a serious drawback. Away in the manger always sounds like a closet full of mice.
What do you wear in the angel choir?
Bed sheets.
Oh boy, some choice. A bathrobe or a bed sheet. Come on, let's go watch TV.
You know Mrs. Armstrong tries to give everyone a lovely experience.
Oh, Mom, Mrs. Armstrong just likes to run things.
They're right, you know. She directs the pageant, she runs the potluck supper, she's chairman of the bazaar. I think Helen Armstrong would preach the sermon if anyone would let her.
Is that George Armstrong's wife?
Yes.
Well, maybe she'll try to manage the hospital, because that's where she is. I ran into George in the drugstore. He told me his wife broke her leg this morning. She'll be in traction for 2 weeks, laid up until after the first of the year.
The first of the year?
That's what he said.
They'll have to cancel Christmas.
Oh, she's in charge of Christmas.
Well, she's in charge of the pageant and she's in charge of the bazaar. Oh, I feel sorry for Helen. But who's going to do all those things?
Of course I'll run the bazaar, Edna, if you'll take over the potluck lunch. But I don't know who will get to the Christmas pageant. Unless, how about Grace?
Well, Edna, I can't do it. I have company all Christmas week. How about Grace? Hello, Grace?
Bob,
What?
I have to direct the Christmas pageant.
Oh, well, does that mean I have to go?
Our Christmas pageant is what you would call four-star entertainment. Mrs. Armstrong breaking her leg was the only unexpected thing that ever happened to it. It was always the same old Christmas story, the same old carolers, and the same old Mary and Joseph. And that was what my mother was stuck with. That and Mrs. Armstrong.
Tell you again, Grace, how important it is to give everyone a chance. Here's what I do. I always start with Mary, and I tell them that we must choose our Mary carefully because Mary was the mother of Jesus.
I know that, Helen.
Yes. And then I tell them about Joseph, and that he was God's choice to be Jesus' father. That's how I explain that.
I thought Mrs. Armstrong was in traction. How do you think she can talk on the phone if she's in traction?
Well, what do you think traction is?
Like when they put you to sleep?
No such luck. Beth will need salt and
They
pepper
always
and
help.
napkins.
There are no small parts, only small actors.
Charlie, you will leave some for the rest of us.
I'm hungry. Leroy Herman stole my lunch again.
How can you let him do that to you day after day?
How can I stop him? Where's the chicken?
Grace? Grace, where's the chicken?
Still in the oven.
I'll get it.
Otherwise they get in each other's way and bend their wings. Bob could do that, and he could keep an eye on the shepherds too. Oh, another thing about the angel choir, don't let them wear lipstick. They think that just because it's a play that they have to wear lipstick.
Helen, I have to go.
Terrible.
Someone's at my door.
Tell the baby angels not to
Someone's at my door, Helen. I'll talk to you later. Yes, I'm coming.
Dear lady, could you please give me some supper? I haven't had a square meal in 3 days.
Oh, it's you.
I was lonely at the table.
Well, I guess Helen was lonely at the hospital.
Oh, nonsense. Not as long as the telephones are still working.
I bet she told you about no small parts, only small actors.
And give you someone to shove the baby angels on, and then the shepherds to shut up.
Yes, she did. She suggested your father.
Oh, well, does that mean I have to go?
Hey, Grace, don't get just anybody's baby for Jesus. Get a quiet one. Or better yet, get 2 if you can. That way, if one turns out to be fussy, you can always switch them.
She said that Mrs. Armstrong was just stuck in the hospital with nothing to do but think of problems. And there weren't going to be any problems. Of course, my mother didn't expect on the curtain. That was Charlie's fault.
Hey, Leroy, you give me back my lunch.
Sure, kid, here.
You stole my dessert again.
How do you know?
Because it isn't here?
What was it?
Two Twinkies. That's right. That's what it was. Hey, Leroy, you think it's so great to steal my dessert every day? I'll even give you my dessert. I get all the dessert I want in Sunday school.
Oh, yeah, what kind of dessert?
All kinds, chocolate cake and candy bars and cookies.
You're a liar.
And ice cream and donuts.
Who gives it to you?
The minister?
Why, is he crazy?
No, I think he's rich. Sunday school, eh?
Hey, Ralph, listen to this.
That was the wrong thing to tell the Birdmans. And sure enough, next Sunday, they were there in Sunday school, just in time to hear about the Christmas pageant.
What's a pageant?
It's a play.
Like on TV? What's it about?
It's about Jesus.
Everything here is.
And it's about Mary. Mostly about Mary.
Who's Mary?
I am well. Well, probably I am. I know the part.
Charlie, you do know something.
Oh, it's not part. Well, I'm still thinking this.
Now, this won't take very long if you'll all settle down. Today, we are going to decide who will play the main roles in our Christmas pageant. But, of course, everyone will have an important part to play. You know what Mrs. Armstrong always tells you? There are no small parts, only small actors. Isn't that what Mrs. Armstrong always says?
That's what she always says, but she never says what it means.
Don't you know what it means?
I know what it means. It means that the short kids have to stand in the front row of the angel choir, or else nobody can see them.
Well, not exactly. It really means that the littlest baby angel is just as important as Mary.
I don't think anyone is as important as Mary. Well, naturally, that's what you think, Alice. I think baby Jesus is more important.
Well, I still think the short kids.
Girls, everyone is important. Mary, Jesus, and the short kids. Now, is everyone here? Beverly, will you just step out in the hall and see if anyone else is coming? Now, the little children will be our baby angels. So please remind your mothers that you'll need bed sheets. People in the angel choir will also need... What's the matter now? Oh, now get over. Make room for the Herdmans. Now what happened to Beverly?
I think she went home. I think she got sick.
Did she say she was sick?
She just left. All I did was, I just said, "Hi, Beverly," and she just left.
Oh, I see. Well, will someone please tell Beverly about rehearsals? The next 4 Wednesdays after school, plan to be to every rehearsal.
What if we get sick?
You won't get sick, Elmer. And of course, Joseph and Mary must absolutely be to every rehearsal.
What if they get sick?
They won't get sick either, Elmer.
Well, Beverly got sick and we didn't even start yet.
Well, we don't know for sure that Beverly got sick. Beverly, are you okay? Come and have a seat. Over here. Now, I want you to think about Mary. We all know what kind of person Mary was. She was quiet and gentle and kind. And the girl who plays Mary should try and be that kind of person. Who would like to volunteer for that part? Imogen, did you have a question?
No, I want to be Mary. And Ralph over there, he wants to be Joseph.
Yeah, right.
I see. Well, I'll just make a list of volunteers for these parts, and then we'll all decide who it should be. Ralph Herdman. Who else would like to be Joseph? Elmer, did you raise your hand?
No.
Just raise your hand. Anyone? Any volunteers? Any of you shepherds? Very well. Ralph Herman will be our Joseph. Now, Emma Jean has volunteered to be Mary. I'll just write that down. What other names can I put on my list? Beth? Maxine? Alice? Wouldn't you like to be Mary?
No, I don't want to. I'll be Mary! Shut up, Gladys. I'm already married. You be a wise man.
Well, the wise men are usually boys. But, of course, they don't have to be. We could have a girl be a wise man.
I'll be a wise man. Me too. Claudia, you want to be a wise man? Raise your hand. What's a wise man?
Just raise your hand.
What's that to me? Some angel. I'll be that. What is it?
Well, it's the angel of the Lord who visits the shepherds. Oh, I do have some volunteers. David, would you like to be a wise man?
No, I just wanted to say I can't be a wise man. We're going to Philadelphia.
Why didn't you say so before?
I just remembered. Besides, my mother doesn't want me to be a shepherd.
Why not?
I don't know. She just said, well, don't be a shepherd. I don't want to be a shepherd if he's not.
Oh, yes, you do. Now, what's the matter with all of you?
I don't want to be a shepherd. Gladys Herdman hits too hard.
Why, Gladys isn't going to hit anyone. The angel of the Lord just visits the shepherds in the field and tells them Jesus is born.
And hits them.
That's ridiculous, Elmer. Now, I don't want to hear another word about it, and it's time to go. But make sure that you're all here on Wednesday at 6:30. Alice, what's wrong with you? Why didn't you raise your hand?
I don't know.
You don't know? I expected you to volunteer. Don't you want to be Mary?
Oh, come on, Alice. I don't know. I didn't dare raise my hand. Imogen would have killed me. She said, I'm going to be Mary in this Christmas pageant. And if you open your mouth or raise your hand, you'll wish you didn't. I said I'm always Mary in the Christmas pageant. And she said, fine, Miss, be Mary. But next spring when the pussy willows come out, I'll stick a pussy willow so far down your ear that nobody can reach it. And I'll sprout there and grow and grow and you'll spend the rest of your life with a pussy willow bush growing out of your ear. You know she wouldn't do that. She would too. Hermans will do anything. Just you watch. He'll do something horrible and then the whole pageant is all your mother's fault. Come on, see.
Jane and McCarthy, did you hear about? Uh-huh. Well, it must be Grace's fault somehow. How else can all 6 of them end up in our Christmas pageant? They ought to be in jail.
Vera, Irma Slocum here. I just found out that Imogen Herdman is going to play Mary in the Christmas pageant. And what? All 6 of them? Well, Vera, I live next door to that outfit, and I'd rather live next door to the zoo. Has Grace gone crazy?
Where did they come from? Who let them in? Imogen Herdman? Now what kind of child is that to play Mary, the mother of Jesus? And where was Reverend Hopkins, I'd like to know? He was what? Oh, visiting shut-ins. Well, I'm a shut-in and he wasn't visiting me. What was the matter with Grace? She sent them away, telling them to go home. But she said, I feel responsible. If I'd been up and around, this never would have happened.
would have happened? Well, let me tell you,
Don't tell me. I'm on your side. The car's over here.
Helen Armstrong is not the only woman alive that can run a Christmas pageant. I made up my mind just to do the best that I could under the circumstances. But now, I'm going to make this the best Christmas pageant ever. And I'm going to do it with the Herdmans. After all, they raised their hand, and nobody else did, and I don't
Good
care.
for you. The car's over here.
And you're going to help.
Does that mean?
Yes, you have to go. Now, the inn is back here, off stage, and the shepherds come in and gather around the manger.
Where'd all the shepherds come from anyway?
What's an inn?
It's like a motel where people go to spend the night.
What people? Jesus? Oh, honestly, Jesus wasn't even born yet. Mary and Joseph with him.
Why? Pay their taxes.
At a motel? Shut up, Ollie. Everybody, shut up. I want to hear her. Begin at the beginning.
The beginning?
The beginning of the play. What happens first?
Oh, Imogene, this is the Christmas story from the Bible. Haven't you ever heard the Christmas story from the Bible? Oh, that's what this pageant is, so I better read it to you.
I don't believe that, do you? If they've never heard the Christmas story, why not? They don't even know what the Bible is, and they've never been to church in their entire life. Until your dumb brother told me we got refreshments. Now we have to waste all this time for nothing.
All right, now. There went out a decree from Caesar Augustus that all the world should be taxed. And Joseph went up from Galilee with Mary, his wife, being great with child.
Pregnant. She was pregnant.
All right, now, that's enough. We all know that Mary was pregnant.
I don't think it's very nice to say Mary was pregnant, because she was. I don't think your mother should say Mary was pregnant. Better to say great with child. I'm not supposed to talk about people being pregnant, especially in church.
And wrapped him in swaddling clothes and laid him in a manger, because there was no room for them in the inn.
My gosh, they didn't have room for Jesus?
Well, nobody knew that the baby was going to be Jesus.
Didn't Mary know? Didn't he know? Why didn't Joseph go and tell her pregnant and everything?
What's a manger? Some kind of a bed?
Well, they didn't have a bed in the barn, so Mary had to use whatever there was. What if you had a baby and no bed to put the baby in?
We put Gladys in a bureau drawer.
Well, there you go. You didn't have a bed, so you had to use something else.
Joe, we had a bed all right, only Ollie was still in it. And she wouldn't get out. She didn't like Gladys. You really didn't like Gladys?
That was pretty smart of Ollie, not to like Gladys spread up her back.
Anyway, a manger is a large wooden feeding trough for animals.
What were the wadded up clothes for?
The what?
It said in there, they wrapped him in wadded up clothes.
Oh, swaddling clothes. People used to wrap their babies up very tightly in big pieces of material to make them feel cozy.
You mean they tied him up and put him in a feed box? Where was the child welfare? The child welfare's at our house every 5 minutes. There wasn't any child welfare invested. I'll say there wasn't.
And there were shepherds abiding in the field, keeping watch over their flock by night. And the angel of the Lord came upon them.
Shazam! Out of the black night with horrible engines. The mighty marvel.
Gladys, what are you talking about?
The mighty marvel, an amazing comic. Out of the black night with horrible engines.
Gladys, this is the angel of the Lord who visits the shepherds.
Out of nowhere, right? In the black night, right?
Well, in a way.
Shazam!
And when Jesus was born, there came wise men from the east bearing gifts of gold and frankincense
What's that?
and myrrh.
What's that?
Well, they were special things. Spices and precious oils.
Oil? What kind of present is that? We get better presents from welfare.
Were they the welfare? The wise men? No, they were kings, and they were sent by...
Well, it's about time somebody important showed up. If they're kings, they can get the baby out of the feed box and tell the innkeeper where to get off.
And they were sent by Herod, who was the main king. He wanted to find Jesus and have him put to death.
My gosh, you just got born. They're gonna kill a baby?
Who exactly is Herod in this play?
Well, Herod isn't in the play.
Wait a minute. He's out to kill the baby. And he isn't even in the play? Well, somebody better be Herod. I know. Let Charlie be Herod! He says, go give me that baby. And they say, okay, because he's a king and all. But then they don't do it. They go back and get Herod. I'm not going to be Herod.
No one is going to be Herod.
No! Joseph goes and gets the shepherds together, and they don't want Herod. See? I'm going to put one in, and it's going to be me, and I'm going to get killed.
Forget about Herod. There's no Herod.
And I run away with the baby till the fight's over.
You know, somebody better fix the innkeeper. Glad you wipe out the innkeeper.
I can't. I'm an angel. Well, I wouldn't hang out some dumb old barn. I'd go get us a room. She said there wasn't any room. Well, then I'd get us one. I'd say, I've got this baby, and it's the middle of winter, so either get out or move over.
I'd go after old Herod.
I say to the angel after, she could just point her electric finger, turn into a pile of ashes. Yeah, that! What's the name of this place? She never said. It's Christmas Pageant. That's no name. That's what it is. No, I know a name. I know a name. I'd call it Revenge at Bethlehem. Yes. Revenge at Bethlehem. The herdmen thought the Christmas story came right out of the FBI file. At least they picked the right villain. It was Harry they wanted to hang up on, and not the baby Jesus. But the baby Jesus quit the play anyway. It was supposed to be Eugene Slocum, but Mrs. Slocum said she wasn't going to let Imogen get her hands on it. That bothered my mother. She kept trying to scratch up a baby, even at the last rehearsal. Why do you keep writing that book? It's like a diary. It is not. It's all bad things about the herdmans. Imogen curses and swears all the time. Ralph talks about sexy things. Mrs. Bradley called Mary pregnant. Gladys drinks communion wine. It isn't wine, it's grape juice. I don't care what it is. She drinks it. I've seen her 3 times with her mouth all purple. And they still too. You shake the birthday bake, doesn't make a sound because they stole all the pennies out of it. And every time you go to the ladies' room, Imogen Herdman is sitting there in the Mary's costume, smoking a cigar. And you roll that down, what for? For my mother, and Reverend Hopkins, and the Ladies' Aid Society, and anybody else who wants to know how the Christmas pageant turned out to be a big mess.
Yeah, Alice, come and sit down. Now, this is our last rehearsal.
Oh,
So-
Grace,
Yes.
I just wanted to let you know that we're all back in the kitchen making our applesauce cake. We don't want to disturb you. I can see this is your dress rehearsal.
Well, it's supposed to be. Oh, Edna, did I hear that your niece had a baby a month or so ago? A little girl?
Oh, yes, she is just so sweet.
I was wondering how it would be if I were to call your niece and ask her if we could maybe borrow her
Grace?
from-
No. I could make up some excuse and tell you that she's sick or has colic or something. But the truth is she's just fine and happy and healthy. And we want her to stay that way. So we're not about to hand her over to Emma Jean Herdman. Sorry, Grace.
Mrs. Bradley, you can use my little brother for Jesus.
Why, David, I didn't know you had a new baby.
He's not new. He's 4 years old. If he's double-jointed, then he could probably scratch up.
I don't think so.
I'll get us a baby.
How can you do that?
There's always 2 or 3 in carriages outside the supermarket. I'll get us one of those.
Emma Jean, you just can't walk up and take somebody's baby. I guess we'll just forget about the baby. We'll just use the doll.
Yeah, a doll's better anyway. It can't bite you.
And Emma Jean, Mary didn't wear earrings.
I have to wear these things. I just got my ears pierced, and if I take them out, they'll grow together.
They won't grow together in an hour and a half. What did your doctor tell you?
What doctor?
Well, who pierced your ears?
Gladys. She probably did it with an ice pick. I bet Imogene's ears turn black and fall off.
Well, we'll have to find something really small then. And Emma Jean, is that your costume? Is that what you're going to wear? You're all supposed to be in costume today.
But I lost my halo, and my wings got all bent. My mother doesn't have any white sheets. Can I wear a sheet with balloons on it? I don't got any costume. I've never been a shepherd before.
You have to wear your father's bathrobe. That's what I have to do.
He doesn't have a bathrobe.
And what is he hanging around the house in?
His underwear.
Okay, well, just pretend you're wearing costumes.
Are we going to do the whole thing?
Yes, we are. But first we're going to practice just the entrances. So everyone go to where you're supposed to be, and we'll start with the shepherds. And take the benches with you. Maxine, just say the last few lines.
Shepherds keeping watch over their flocks by night.
Music, shepherds.
An angel of the Lord appeared.
No, Gladys.
Out of the black night.
No. Go on, Maxine.
And suddenly there is a multitude of heavenly hosts.
Music, angels. Music, wise men.
I've got this baby here. Don't touch it.
No,
Jesus.
you don't say anything. Mary doesn't say anything. No one says anything. Joseph and Mary just make a lovely picture for us to look at while we think about Christmas and what it means. Now, put the doll back.
I don't get to say anything. Some angel tells me what to name my baby. I would have named him Bill. Oh, what a terrible thing to say.
What angel was it? Was it Gladys? Because there's angels all over this place.
No, Gladys brought the good news to the shepherds.
Yeah! Unto a child was born! Unto me, not them. Me! I'm the one that had the baby.
But no, that just means Jesus belongs to everybody. Unto all of us a child is born.
Why didn't they just let Mary name her own baby? What did the angel do? Just walk up and say name him Jesus? Yes! I know what the angel said. She said, his name shall be called Wonderful, Counselor, Mighty God, Everlasting Father, and the Prince of Peace.
My gosh, you'd never get out of the first grade if you had to write all that on his paper.
Hey, give that back! Give it back!
No, you aren't.
What should I do? Should I start over?
5 minutes, Maxine. 5 minutes!
We never did start over, and we never did get through the whole thing. 5 minutes turned into 15 minutes, and the whole time, Imogen was floss cake had burned up. Now, Mrs. McCarthy was mad, and the Holy Aid Society was mad, and my mother was mad.
Why in the world did you call the fire department over a little smoke?
There was a lot of smoke. The ladies' room was filled with big black smoke.
It couldn't have been. You just got excited. And now look, the church is full of firemen, and the streets are full of baby angels crying, and shepherds climbing all over the fire truck, and half the neighborhood. Didn't you know it was cigar smoke?
Well, no. I don't expect to see cigar smoke in the ladies' room of a church. Oh.
Well, you know, Mary, they'll say it's the short kid. So otherwise, why do they call us smart? Well, anyway, we're going to have an intermission now, and it's going to be 10 to 15 minutes. And the bathroom's over here. But you better be careful, because Imogen might be smoking again.
And the snack shack is over on this side, but you have to go around this way, because if you go over there, Gladys might get you.
Come on, guys, let's get him! Come on, run away! Come on! Alice Brindlekin's mother was mad, and the Holy Aid Society was mad. And Reverend Hopkins, he just didn't know what to think. He also didn't think anyone would come to the Christmas pageant. Neither did I, and Charlie didn't think so either. But we were wrong. On Christmas Eve, everybody came. The church was jam full. They came to see what the herdmen could do.
Wait till I turn on the light.
I can't see a thing.
Now watch your step.
Grace, I don't know what in the world you plan to do with this thing.
Well, I thought it might look like a palm tree, but I can see now that it doesn't.
A palm tree. Well,
Oh, I don't know what's going to happen tonight. We've never once been through the whole thing. The herdmen still think this is some kind of a spy story. This may be the first Christmas pageant in history when Joseph and the wise men get in a fight and Mary runs off with the baby. Where are the kids?
all the kids in the world are down in the basement putting on bed sheets.
I mean our kids.
Here you are.
Oh, it's almost going to start. You need to go get your costumes on.
Oh, it's just going to be awful. You know, they all look like trick-or-treaters. All dirty and fastened together in safety pins and wearing their moldy old sneakers. Mary and Joseph, I mean. They look like refugees or something.
Well, that's what they were. Mary and Joseph, they were refugees in a way. They were a long way from home. They didn't know anyone. They didn't have any place to stay. They were probably cold, tired, hungry, and messy.
I don't know about cold and tired, but they sure were messy.
Oh, do you think I better go down there?
I think you worry too much. Now, I'm supposed to push baby angels on stage. And then I'm supposed to hand the shepherds their crooks and push them on stage. When do I do all that?
Oh, the script. Just follow the script.
Where you mark?
Uh-huh.
Baby angels, shepherds, wise men. Grace! Grace! It doesn't say here where the fire engine's coming.
Oh, you.
Just good.
Hey, come on stage. I just wanted to see how you all look. Gladys, where's your halo?
Our cat buried it. Listen, I think I had to say something, but besides the baby came. Why would they all just get up and tear after some baby they don't even know? I had to tell them it's Jesus, and I had to tell them where he is.
No, Gladys, you tell them, unto you a child is born, and that's all you tell them. Now, you need to go backstage and try and be quiet while people are coming. And good luck.
Mrs. Bradley, actors don't say good luck. Actors say break a leg. Break a leg!
I know that. In this case, I didn't think. For those of you who don't know what that means, it doesn't mean to break a leg. Yours or anyone else's. And Emma Jean, please try and remember that this is a baby. And for tonight anyway, it's the baby Jesus.
He's over there. think it's the ham from their welfare basket. You mean it's their own ham? They must hate ham. Well, even if they do hate ham, Alice, it's the only thing they've given away in their whole life.
Being warned in a dream that they should not return to their own country, the wise men departed another way. And the shepherds also departed, praising God for all that they had seen and heard. But Mary kept all of these things and pondered them in her heart.
I'm not sure why, but I think this was the best Christmas pageant we've ever had. And I think it's because of them. How could that be?
I don't know. You know me, I always get weepy with the music and the children of the pageant. But you're right, this was the best one ever. And it should have been the worst.
There was just something different.
Well, the angel of the Lord certainly was different.
Yes, but you know, I really like that. It had real spirit. Some years you can't even hear the angel of the Lord. I'm going to find Grace and tell her.
You know what, though? I wish now I'd let her have Eugene to play the baby Jesus.
Well, who was the baby?
Why, it was a doll.
Oh, Edna, that was no doll.
Well, it did seem real.
It did seem real, as if it might have happened just that way. We all thought the Christmas story was just about Jesus, but that was only part of it. It was about a brand new baby and his mother and father, who were in a whole lot of trouble. No money, no place to stay, no doctor, and nobody they knew. And then arriving from the east, like my uncle from New Jersey, some rich friends. Because of the herdmans, it was a whole new story. Imogene burping the baby, the wise men bringing such a sensible gift. After all, you can't eat frankincense. And even Gladys, he sent the barn to go see him, so the shepherds didn't have to snuffle all over the countryside looking for him. But I guess it wasn't like that for Imogene. For her, well, the Christmas story was all wonder and mystery, as if she had just put on to a Christmas was all about. When it was over, we had a party in the basement, but the herdmans didn't stay. They didn't have any hot cocoa, and they didn't run off with all the cookies. They wouldn't even take their candy canes.
But that's about it. Any kids left downstairs?
No, they're all gone. You know you have your bathrobe on? You aren't going to wear that, are you?
Well, why not? Maybe people will think I was a shepherd. I wouldn't mind being taken as a shepherd in this Christmas pageant.
Yes, you would. When it was over, some lady came up and hugged me just because I was a shepherd. Should I take this ham?
It's the herdman's ham from their welfare basket. Leroy said, it's a present, and you don't take back a present.
Leroy said that?
Uh-huh.
They must hate him.
You and Alice, wake up him.
What about the lights?
They're on a timer. They go off at midnight.
Well, that's not far away. It's almost Christmas.
It's almost Christmas, kids.
Almost Christmas, Charlie.